Hello?
Ooh, I think we fixed it.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you, John. Can we get a big digital round of applause for IT John? Here we are. All right. Thank you. There was an update. Y'all know what happens when updates happen. Okay, good. So let's start again. Welcome to our digital village. It is Friday. We are here to do what are we here to do? Your Friday weekly wrap up. That's what we're doing. One card for the collective, single cards for those who request, to look at the week that was. What did you learn? How did it go? How did you go forward? How do you go forward? If you are here on Friday and you remember the card you got, let me know when you make your request. And as usual, we are streaming live. We are streaming live in a lot of places. Of course, YouTube, vertical and horizontal, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch. So wherever you are, if you would like a card, we will make it happen for you. First person up is going to be Michael Gunther over on YouTube Vertical, but let's go to Card Cam for the rest of us. Okay, I'm on to something, friends. On Monday, I used Ciro Marchetti's Encore Tarot because I forgot that he added extra cards, most specifically the 4 Palace cards, which are sort of added to the court. So lo and behold, when did I remember that we had those cards? When I pulled one. And being forced to work with them made me realize how very smart these cards are. I made a whole video about it. Watch it when you get a chance. This is Ciro Marchetti's Tarot of Dreams. It is the first deck that used the Palace cards. That's what we're using today. There is a warning. There's another extra card in this deck. It's the Tree of Life card. I have no idea what to do with it. If that comes up, I'll figure it out then. All right, here we go. So first of all, we will do a card for the collective. And I want to say thank you to everyone who reminded me of the Monday collective cards. The first one that I see is Audrey M. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Here's how we started the week. We started the week with Death, 6 of Wands, and the King of Swords. All right. Oh, Barbie Bird, Tarot of Dreams might be appropriate since mine have been so intense this week. Come back tomorrow for the Saturday Psychic Sampler and let me interpret them, please. Okay, so first of all, for the collective, wrapping up Death, 6 of Wands, and the King of Swords with the 9 of Coins or 9 of Pentacles reversed. The problem is everything that comes up to make us feel insecure. And you know, I think about like music from the 70s that referenced advertising. The papers want to know whose shirt you wear, David Bowie. But he can't be a man because he doesn't smoke the same cigarettes as me, Rolling Stones. And think about how much worse that is now, that it's not just corporations doing that, it's your friends and neighbors on social media. And so I think the real thing is, how do we feel secure in ourselves, in our decisions, in this life at this time? And that's what we are kind of all figuring out how to do. Make sense? Let me know. Okay, so I promised I would start over on YouTube Vertical with Michael Gunther. So good to see you, Michael. Here is a card to wrap up your week, and it is a Palace card, the Palace of Swords reversed. So this week, there may have been some tech issues for you. there may have been some questions about the logistics of figuring something out, either personally or professionally. How should it live? Where should it live? How does it work? It could be like literally logistically finding a place for something, one way or the other. Michael says, OMG, yes. So there you go. So nice to have you here. Okay, Audrey M., you are up first. And you started with, I'm seeing your collective cards. 6 of Wands is what did Audrey start with? What was her card? Not the collective cards, but her personal card. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, Palace of Swords, which is the card I just pulled for Michael, only it came up reversed for him. So, Audrey, here we go. Palace of Swords is how you started. Y'all help each other so much. Caroline's coming in. It was the Palace of Swords. Very good. Yeah, so good. And Michael, you're working on marketing strategies and website work this week. Palace of Swords reversed. It makes so much sense, right? Okay, now, Audrey started with the Palace of Swords upright and ends with the Page of Swords reversed. So here's what I'm going to say about this week. Here's what I'm going to say. Audrey, you are figuring so much out about life, the universe, and everything about yourself and what works for you. But the question becomes, what are you going to do with it now? Now that you know some really important things, where do you take that? And what more do you need to learn? That's what I see. So Trey, definitely watch the video I made about the palaces, but it's basically where the court lives, and they are the cards of place. Be it literally looking for the physical place or the mental space to do what needs to be done. It's interesting, and you know how I feel about included cards, extra cards, but I love these. Okay, hopping on over to Instagram. Beautiful Gemini, good to see you. The 8 of Swords reversed. You did something good this week, or something good happened that got you out of a rut, got you unstuck, or got you out of anxiety. So well done. There's an opening there, and it feels good. Smile Soul 20, you are up next. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years, and thanks for being a moderator. High Priestess reversed is how you started the week. Wheel reversed is how we finish it. So here's the thing. 2 major arcana cards, both reversed. The fact that they are both major tells me that you're in a time of potentially powerful change. The reversal tells me it's not happened as quickly as you would like. There are some things here that are difficult, and it was probably not the easiest week. However, the key is to keep going and stay positive as much as you possibly can. That's really what needs to happen here. All right. Okay, and we have a frozen camera on CardCam. This update is really hurting us. I need to call John back in here to fix our upcam, which has frozen on the Wheel of Fortune reversed, and we're not having that. So let's chit-chat for a minute and let us welcome to the stage once again, IT John.
Okay.
You are our hero, John.
Good.
That's fun.
It is. Right. Good that we're going to get it back.
Yeah, we may just go to y'all get my face. Maybe what it is.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be.
Yeah.
I've turned up me upside down. Back.
That's fun.
It's always fun to be upside down. There we go. Try this one. And then we'll go back here. No, it looks like this camera has passed away.
Oh my goodness, we killed a cam. Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to try another cam, but we'll go here. Sorry, not this time.
Right, that's okay. I know how to hold cards up. Okay, but what's funny is we also have, on the vertical, we have John frozen upside down. So I'm not quite sure what I want to do with that, but we're just going to deal with it.
Yes, really. Hi, everybody.
Y'all, the death of the cam has happened. So here we are. All right. Going on, because the show must go on. We have learned that, and y'all are so kind. Thank you for your kindness. Barbie Bird, it's a good face. Thank you. Okay, Barbie Bird, you're up next. We are doing this. Okay. Your card Monday was the Chariot. Okay, we're going to do you and Michelle. They're out with their parents for lunch, so we won't be joining live. Can we get wrap-up cards? Yes, we can indeed. Okay, starting with you, Barbie Bird. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Your wrap-up card, oh, it's so fun to do this the old-fashioned way. So, Monday, Barbie Bird, you started with the Chariot, and now you have the Palace of Swords. So I love that, because if you're in the Chariot is the car. It's got to go somewhere. Where's it going? It's going to the Palace of Swords. This week, and I think this may have to do with a lot of the dreaming that you've been doing too, you're really figuring things out. And you may not realize that you're really figuring things out, but I promise you, you are. You are. And I want you to think about it. Think about the fact that you really are learning and growing. And that's what's going on. We love it. Okay. For Michelle, Mix You Ear, out to dinner with their parents or for lunch. And Michelle got the Page of Cups reversed. And now the Ace of, oh, sorry. See, I keep trying to show it to Card Cam. And Card Cam, rest in peace, man. We got to replace it. Okay, which we will by tomorrow. All right. Ace of Swords. So it's out of your feelings and into your logic. It is out of what we wish were to be true and into what is true. And there it is. There it is. So you are able to see and speak what is logically true, even if you cannot see and speak, or can see but cannot speak what is emotionally true. So there it is. Oh, I have actually a few thank yous to say. First of all, Claire C., thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Thanks for creating and donating to the Friday Frothy Beverage Fund, Friday Frothy and maybe Frozen Beverage Fund. And Caroline McLaughlin, thank you for being a member for more than 2 years and for the generous super sticker donating to the same fund. For those of you who don't know, Claire C. decided a while ago that Friday should be the day that you make sure that John and I have a little extra to have some nice beverages over the weekend, and it's much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Over on YouTube Vertical, we have Cassandra Revelta, who's been a member for more than 3 years. Thanks for using members only emojis as well. We're going to do wrap-up cards for you and your mom, Raquel. Raquel is also a member. Okay, so for you, Cassie, Cassandra Revelta, The Two of Coins or Two of Pentacles reversed. Claire C., hopefully beachside. Yeah, absolutely, yes. Even poolside is not bad. Thank you. Most appreciated. Okay, Cassie, it's a lot. I think you're looking at this week and sort of saying, it's a lot. It's been a lot. I think some of this could be career related. We're down. We're down. I'm up again. Okay, we're down, we're up, we're down, we're up, we're here. Okay, so I think some of this, Cassie, is career related with the job change that you're making. But I think some of it is just how much is too much. And that's the question you have to ask yourself. You don't have to be a super person all the time, but your life is almost requiring that of you. So it's a thing. Okay, for Raquel, Cassandra's mom, Raquel Revelta, who's also a member here, the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands. This week, I think you were really putting your creative vision to good work, whether personally or professionally, and you want to keep that going. And I think it's interesting that both mother and daughter got twos. I leave that to you to discuss. Barbie Bird, it's Chumbawamba. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Yeah, no doubt. Don't make me sing. Don't make me sing. It's never good luck for me. Okay. Melissa Grosso, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Thank you for using members-only emojis. You started, excuse me, with the Lovers Reversed. And you end up with the Eight of Coins. Like there is this larger overarching question with the Lovers Reversed about what is working, what isn't. But the only way to figure it out is to one foot in front of the other, do what you got to do, which you did this week, the results of which I think are going to take some time to figure out. But you're doing what you need to be doing, and that's the most important thing. All right. Teresa, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member and a moderator. Thanks for using members-only emojis and being a member for more than 3 years. Okay, Monday, you had the Eight of Cups reversed. Right. Yeah, that's so weird when that card comes up, because are we being stubborn? Should we be tenacious? What's going on there? Melissa, I am looking forward to this conversation very much. Okay, Teresa started with the Eight of Cups reversed, and now the Page of Cups reversed. So I'm going to do this sort of overarching interpretation of the two reversed cups, which is really about how much over the course of your life you've not had the luxury of being allowed to feel things. And now you are allowed to feel things, and you're trying to figure out really what you are feeling and how you communicate that to yourself and to others. You've made so much educational growth and so much career growth, but this is showing us how much personal growth you have also made. And it's kind of huge. So enjoy that. I know you do, and I know you see it. All right, Caroline McLaughlin, you are up next. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for the generous super chat. Thanks for using members only emojis. You started with the Palace of Wands reversed. I remember, and I think it was like in that moment where I solidly fell in love with the Palace cards, because it made sense to me in that moment. And now the Six of Cups, it's the Six of Cups reversed. So you started, Caroline, with the Palace of Wands reversed. And I remember sort of thinking, it's about needing a space for healing. And this says the same thing. You are definitely in a process of processing some things from the past and some things you're healing from. And I think it is super important that you... I think it's super important that you take that time to do that. That's really the key. And I think you did some of that this week. All right, here we go. Christina R., thanks for being here. Oh my goodness, your problem employee quit yesterday. Well, hallelujah, good deal. Okay, so we're going to do you, Karen, and Kim. Monday was oh, isn't this good? Devil reversed and the problem employee quit. We love it when the cards just do their thing. All right, so we started with the devil reversed. And now we have the Hanged Man. Sorry, I keep putting it down for Card Cab, and Card Cab's not here to see it. Okay, now we have the Hanged Man. So 2 major arcana cards, which remind us how significant this journey is. And this card suggests and congratulates that you are really just, as hard as it is, just doing the journey, trying to be present, trying to take care of what you have to take care of, but recognizing that you can only do what you can do in the moment. And that's very appropriate. Now, for Karen, Karen was the Lovers reversed, and now the Ace of Pentacles or the Ace of Coins. So like Karen, this week, I think you did a good job doing what you need to do rather than listening to a bunch of naysayers. Lean into you. There it is. Oh, Caroline, thank you. Lots of good healing and recovery. Gotcha. And Teresa reminds you to please like the live stream. Okay, here we go. And still for Christina R., we're looking at Kim, who had the 9 of Cups. Okay. I shuffled, but nonetheless, Ace of Coins. So 9 of Cups, Ace of Coins, I feel really good about this. I have no idea what happened this week for Kim. It could be about work. It could be about money. It could be about family. It could be about health. It could be a lot of things, but it's all good. So there is a sense that the tide is turning in a positive way. Latrell R. Morris, who is Von Ray, who's been a member here for 3 years, we appreciate you. Monday was the 2 of Cups reversed, and it definitely felt that way. And today is your 39th birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to Latrell or Von Ray. She has a lot of names. Doesn't matter which name you use. Just send her your very best wishes for a great year ahead. And I think we'll do a special birthday card as well. So Monday was the 2 of Cups reversed. Today, the 6 of Swords, which really suggests that you are moving yourself forward no matter what, because you're smart and you're capable and you're doing it. So good job this week, even though it didn't feel good. For your birthday card. The 2 of Coins. Not the most, we would have loved the Star or, something like that. This is a very practical card. But it does tell you that if you keep doing the work will get you where you want to go. And when I say the work, I mean the spiritual work, the emotional work, the psychological work, the work of healing, and the work of essentially working 2 jobs to get you to where you want to go. It'll get you there. Happy birthday. We're sending you a lot of love. All right. Hey, Melissa Sanova, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Let me know if you'd like a card, and don't laugh at my funny cam situation. Okay, here we go. Trey Cameron, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. We appreciate you. 6 of Wands on Monday. Gotta love that. Page of Cups today. Did you have, Trey, my question is, did you have a remarkably good week? Because those are really good cards for you as a writer, as a young person, in a lot of different ways. These are good cards for you. And it really suggests that you are finding your heart the way you need to find your heart. So keep going, and I sure hope that's true. Melissa, I adore you as well. Melissa Sanova is the author of Kitchen Table Tarot, which is a fabulous book. Did I get the title right? I pulled it out of my head, and I'm old, so I might have gotten it wrong. But if you Google those words with her name, you're going to find that book. And you should, because it's a good one. So, Melissa, what we do on Friday is a card to wrap up your week. How did your week go? What did you learn? Let's find out. The 8 of Cups reversed. So we have a joke in this village here that when I see the 8 of Cups reversed, I am never sure whether to congratulate you for being tenacious or to gently suggest that you're being a little stubborn. And maybe both is true, but there's an invitation there to look at where do I need to stand 10 toes down and just be firm in that, and where can I be more flexible? And I think going forward, that's the question. All right, and so good to see you. Hey, Medium That Rocks, good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. Hope you're doing well. Oh my goodness. Okay, I missed Monday. It's been another crazy week. My cat, Mahi, has been to the vet twice within the last 48 hours. My goodness, so heck of a week. Let's do your wrap-up card. Sending so much love, and everyone send some love to Medium That Rocks and Mahi. Okay. And so your card, I shuffled, but you also got the 8 of Cups reversed, and you were sort of asking that question, sort of rhetorically, sort of not. How did I do handling all of this, keeping myself mentally well? You did great. You did really, really, really well. You hung in there. You were tenacious. You did well. You did a really, really good job. Really, really good job. And there's Melissa. What, stubborn me? So both Melissa Sanova and Medium That Rocks got the same card, not surprising because they're both really talented readers. And for Melissa, it's homework. For Medium That Rocks, it is simply the recognition that you're doing fine in a hard time. You're doing fine. All right, here we go. Nalini Kalu, so good to see you. My Monday card was 2 of Wands reversed, been homesick all week with a cold and 2 separate skin issues. Oh my gosh. May I please have a wrap up? What's going on with me? Oh my gosh. You know, and it's funny too, because when we talk about skin issues, obviously not a doctor, there's reasons we have skin issues, but I use this expression, being comfortable in your own skin. And I've used that expression with you a lot, and we get the Page of Coins, which is, I think, you are learning how to do exactly that. You are learning how to be yourself and be comfortable with yourself. And I think you've been so trained not to, that on some level, your body is I was going to say your body is revolting, but we could take that a whole different way. Your body is staging a revolution. Let's put it that way. You may, however, with the Page of Coins, it may be time to seek medical advice as well, because as much as I can say spiritually and emotionally what may be going on, there may be some real physical things that you need to look at as well. All right. Melissa, thanks so much for stopping by. Glad to see you. Pip, good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. I am well. I hope you are too. We're going to do you, Pamela, and Pamela's daughter. Your Monday card was the Queen of Swords reversed, and thanks for using members-only emojis. So, Pip, you started with the Queen of Swords reversed, and now we have the 8 of Coins, or 8 of Pentacles, reversed. What do we want to do with that exactly? I think there is like this whole sense of A, how hard all of this is, B, how much time it takes, and C, I think there can be moments where you're like, oh my gosh, it is so hard to manage all of this. Am I ever going to be able to really do this? And the answer is, yeah, you are. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. You will learn what you need to learn. You will figure out what you need to figure out. It will be okay. Now for Pamela, and Pamela Phillips, of course, is a member here as well. We appreciate you so much. I love this. It's the 10 of coins or the 10 of pentacles. This is love from your ancestors. This is happiness in your home. This is feeling good with where you've come from and where you're going to, and knowing that you'll have what you need. Awesome. Awesome. Well done. And for Pamela's daughter, justice reversed. You know, I recognize that it can be very up and down for you, and we see that in the cards. This week, I am very concerned that something may have happened that felt unfair. If that's the case, respond appropriately, but also do not over or under respond. That's the key, is figuring out what is an appropriate response. That's the key. All right. Liz Harrison, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. Thanks for using members only emojis. 4 of Swords is how you started. Baby Cakes, I have not gotten to you yet, but I will. Okay, so Liz Harrison, 4 of Swords reversed, and now 3 of Coins reversed. Like, I really feel like it had to be a restful week. There was no other choice. If you were able to be restful, you did a good job. And that's really what it comes down to. And there may need to be more rest going forward, seriously. Hey, Dr. Aled over on YouTube Vertical. You had a pretty good week. Cool. Here's a card for you. You did have a pretty good week. Look at that, 3 of Cups. You did great with friends, with people around you, with family. You did a good job staying happy and positive and making it easy for the people around you to stay happy and positive as well. Well done. All right. DePonte, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. How are you doing? Oh, goodness. You had asked last week about your sister's housing situation, and it got through this week. Thanks for letting us know. So very happy to hear that. That is seriously good news. Okay, so here's a card for you, DePonte. Wrapping up your week with the 2 of Wands. You are really doing some good work, practically, spiritually, emotionally, in every way, and that is opening things up for you. It is making things possible. So your visions, your dreams, your ideas, these are all good, and it's time to make those plans. It's spiritual, it's logistical, it's strategic. It's all of that, figuring out how you're going to go forward. It's a good thing. 64, Amy Penn, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. I know that you weren't here on Monday. We missed you, but here you are today, and we're glad, and you got the Lovers. So I'm really happy to see that for you. It suggests that this week you did a really good job trying to get along with yourself and others in the best possible way. So well done. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Betty Fletcher, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years, and thanks for using members only emojis. Here is your card, Betty. 6 of Cups reversed. And I don't know why, but I'm making that about mediumship or past life stuff for you. Did you do any mediumship or past life readings this week? I'm just wondering, because it feels like you're called in that direction. one way or the other, it feels like this has been a week of exploring and perhaps healing from the past. All righty. Martha Vink, you are up next. Thanks for being here. Thank you for being a member for more than a year. Thanks for using members only emojis. Monday was the Lovers Reversed. And now the Seven of Cups. So there's a whole story here. Like Lovers Reversed is like things are not going to go exactly the way that we want them to go. Okay, fine. Seven of Cups, but they could go a lot of different ways and you have a lot of different options. So I think it's been a whole week about thinking about what are my options and what are my best options and how do I figure it out? And I think some of it has been confusing. Some of it has been hopeful. It's a lot, but you have options and that's the important part. Carolina, so good to see you over on Instagram. I hope you're doing really well. A card to end the week? Absolutely yes. Strength reversed. Frankly, there's a lot that is upsetting here. There is a lot that could make you angry. And there is frustration. And we knew that. I am not telling you anything that you didn't already know. But the thing with this card is it does tell you that you have some power, but you have to think strategically. You can't be frustrated. I know you are, but you can't act out of the frustration. You can't act out of the anger. You have to act from a place of wisdom. And I know you know how to do that. So you'll be all right. Christine Hallowell, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Three of Pentacles reversed to start the week and came back for more. All righty. Three of Pentacles reversed, Four of Swords. And this is interesting because you had an injury and you've gone through the whole treatment. You're back at martial arts practice, and yet it still feels like there is something here going on that is about recovery, whether it's emotional healing, spiritual healing, physical healing, past life healing, who knows? But healing is happening, and that has been a focus here. Karina Morrison, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. We really appreciate you. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. Actually, not more than a year yet, but you're on your way. Thanks for being here. Monday's card was the Palace of Wands reversed, I remember. And today, the Ten of Swords, I think it's been a tough week. I really do, and I am so sorry to say this, but I feel like this is causing you to make some definitive decisions about what you're going to do next, and that's okay. But even though it may feel disappointing and less than what you wanted it to be, don't judge what's going on. React, but don't judge. That's kind of the key. Okay, Jeannie Mnuchin, so good to see you. Hey, Jeannie Mnuchin is also the American stink bug. Y'all knew that because we've talked about it for a while. I have put a post in the post section. It used to be the community section. It's now called posts, that directs you to her brand new YouTube channel, American Stink Bug. Go there, watch the videos, give her some love. All right. Jeannie Mnuchin. Monday was the King of Wands reversed, which we did some magic on. I do remember. Okay. And it was a rough week. I am so sorry it was a rough week. Okay, so King of Wands reversed is how we started. Queen of Pentacles, sorry, I keep putting it down for card cam and card cam isn't working. Queen of Pentacles reversed. So I think it's interesting that they're both court cards. To me, this says the spirit of your parents. They are both really trying to help you from where they are. That's number one. Number two, with the fact, again, that it's court cards, it's all about assembling the right people, which is hard to do. And with the King of Swords, the King of Wands reversed, and then the Queen of Pentacles reversed, there is this whole question about value. And I am here to tell you, turning this right side up, your value is not in question, right? You need to recognize your value every day. And there we are. All right. TJ and GA, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. We're going to do you and your daughter. All right. Okay, TJ, the Two of Cups. I love this. And I feel like you've been working on a new project or something, but one way or the other, there is something going really well. It could be a personal relationship. It could be something professional. It could be a friendship. It could be a community, but one way or the other, it seems to go well. And for your daughter, the Two of Wands. Again, sort of, interesting that this is the second time that mother and daughter have gotten both twos. And I think that's an interesting thing to think about. With the Two of Wands for your daughter, this week we've really been looking toward the future, what we want to do, what we want to make happen, how we want to make it work. And I think we have some good ideas. Over on Instagram, Anka, I know you. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. If you are who I think you are also a member on YouTube. Am I right? A card to wrap up your week. King of Coins reversed, or King of Pentacles reversed. There could be some disappointing men. I mean, that can happen. There could be some questions about money and business, and it could be you really figuring out the right way to go forward. And you're good at putting a lot of time and thought into making that happen. So yes, I do. I am right. Okay, good. I know exactly who you are. So this makes even more sense to me. The advice going forward with both men and business, take your time and trust your decisions. All right. DH, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. We really appreciate you. Monday was the 10 of Cups. And now the Page of Cups, so like literally adjacent in the deck. After the 10 comes the Page. And I think that this is a representation of your current journey, that you are really working on creating something that will be improvement that will make you happy, improvement that will give you some emotional space. And I think that's what you're doing, and it's a good thing. Okay, Michael, I actually got you first because you were there on vertical. So who's next? No, got Audrey M. I almost said Aubrey because that's the granddaughter's name. I'm gonna say Vaishali is next. Yeah, and then Baby Cakes. Yeah, Vaishali, here we go. Vaishali, thanks for being here. Moon reversed. You learned some things this week. I don't know if it was emotional, spiritual, academic, intellectual, whatever, but you learned something this week that gives you information, it gives you knowledge, and knowledge is power. Well done. Okay. Baby Cakes, are you still here? I know you were here wondering if I had your message, and I do. Here we are. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry to read this. This week, some mean and rude agency owner reached out to me. I was baffled why. She had some crappy jobs that nobody wants, which is why she reached. I blocked her. Yeah, fair. Okay. Okay, the second or third. Yeah, got it. Thank you. Okay, so Baby Cakes. Wrapping up your week, and good job setting boundaries and good job not taking crappy jobs, right? Okay, here we go. Ace of Swords, Baby Cakes, you did exactly the right thing. And this sort of lets you know that you're on the right frequency, that you are thinking correctly, that you are making good decisions, and you can trust yourself about that and everything. Well done. All right, over on Instagram, I am never sure how to say your name. Nil Burkukan. Maybe? Happy to see you. Glad you're here and happy to give you a card. Sorry if I butchered your name. And you get the Palace of Wands reversed. I think this week you may have felt a little out of sorts. You may have felt like you're not sure where to put your energy, where to put your time, where to put your energy. And I feel like what you need most right now is a sense of nil. Okay, I will call you Nil. That's perfect. I love it. Thank you. So Nil, I feel like this was not the easiest week. Going forward, what you need is a sense of where you really want to put your energy. And that's the question you need to be asking yourself. All right. You are quite welcome. Heather Roberts, so great to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We all remember that Heather Roberts is a new bride. Yay. A wrap-up card for you. It's been a good week, but exhausting. All our family is coming in tomorrow for our informal family wedding reception. I think you did this the smart way. Like you got married quietly, spiritually, and now a couple of weeks later, we're entertaining the family so they can all congratulate you. I think that's beautiful and I love it. Okay, so looking at this week, wrapping up this week, Ace of Pentacles reversed. I feel like as much as there is joy in the marriage, there is something here about what is perfunctory that doesn't feel great. And it is exhausting. It is absolutely exhausting. But I promise you, you will have the energy to greet people. I promise you, you will have the energy to feed people. And I promise you that receiving the well wishes of others is a good exercise. All right, Jenna Perkins, I hope you're well. Thanks for being here. Knight of Pentacles upright. Here we go. That's how we started. And now the Ace of Wands. Jenna, you're on fire, and I mean that in a really good way. Again, if I could sing, I would now be singing This Girl Is on Fire, because I think you are. I think you are really figuring out how you want to go forward. I think you are really figuring out sort of the practical and the spiritual, the logistical and the creative, and how they go forward and how they go together. Well done. Yeah, Baby Cakes. My understanding, Baby Cakes, is you work as a nanny. Is that correct? I talk to a number of people who are nannies, and I know how those agencies are. It is not easy. I am well aware. And I'm well aware of how bad the families can be, too. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Lisa E., so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay, here we go. We're going to do you and your daughter. Monday, you had the Palace of Wands. And now the Queen of Swords reversed. I think there's something here about learning to trust yourself. I think you've been able to trust your work, trust your work, trust your convictions. Like there's some things you have been able to trust. There's more, though. There's more you need to be able to trust. That's really the bottom line. And for your daughter, hang on, where are we? Where are we? I lost it. Eight of Wands reversed for Jenna. Thank you. Eight of Wands reversed. And now the Hanged Man. And I think there is so much here for your daughter about trying to figure out, like, there's what I want, and there's what is possible, and there's what other people tell me is possible, and there's what other people tell me I should want that maybe I don't. And so I feel like this week, Jenna's really trying to figure these things out, which is appropriate in this moment. All right. There we go. Okay, I thought I'd found my place again. Okay, Claire C., you are up next. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. We really appreciate you. And you had the Page of Cups on Monday. Never has there been a more perfect card for you, Claire, because you are such a kind and loving person. And now the Palace of Swords reversed, and it makes so much sense. You are the Page of Cups, and you're trying to figure out where to put that energy because so many people around you are not able to receive it. And so you're looking for the places and the people where you can really just be yourself and feel happy and safe and good. And I think that's where you're at and what you're up to. Not the easiest, but it is an appropriate thing to be doing. Oh, Trey, good to see you. Okay, couple of bits of feedback. Trey, you did have a good week. Also with the Page of Cups, you saw your sister's deceased dog sleeping next to me. Then I saw her the next day, unexpectedly, hadn't seen her in months. Thank you for sharing that. Oh my gosh. Anna Kay, hello here. I'm glad I was right about who you were. Baby Cakes, you are a nanny. Got it. Okay, good. We could share some stories. And Jenna Perkins, I am. Thank you. Thank you for claiming that. Yes, I am doing well. That resonated well. I am so glad, Jenna. Oh, sister was happy to hear about that because she loved that dog. It's so hard. That's the worst thing about our dogs and cats is they have a short lifespan comparatively. Oh, Trey, Page of Cups being a message from Spirit. I got that from you, meaning me. And I found that to be so true. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, here we go. Ronald Schaefer. Good to see you. Here is a card for you to end your week. Ace of Coins. You did a good job this week. Maybe new grounding, maybe new way of taking care of yourself, maybe making a little extra money or figuring out a new way to manage your money. One way or the other, you seem to be grounded and doing a good job taking care of the things that matter. Candy B, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. We're going to do you and Marlon. So you got the 6 of Wands. You got the 6 of Wands. And now the Knight of Swords. Candy B, I feel very confident saying you did well this week. You are winning. You are basically kicking butt and taking no names. Maybe you're taking a lot of names. I don't know. One way or the other, this week moved quickly and you did very well. Marlon had the 4 of Wands reversed to start. And now the 3 of Swords. Marlon had a harder week. Now we're going back to this thing that we see with the two of you where one of you has a great week, the other not so much. We need to do something nice for Marlon. He did not have the easiest week. There is a lot about heartache that is being faced here. So needs to happen. There it is. But let's all give Marlon a lot of love. Jackie Masters, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Thanks for using members only emojis. Okay. You started with the Hanged Man reversed. I remember that. And now the Palace of Coins. I love this. You are large and in charge. You are taking control to do great in your current job and to build the career you really want and to figure out where it is you really want to be in life and in your career and how to get there. And you are making those moves and taking those steps. Really, really good. Okay. Control room. Revival of Venus. Right. We got Revival of Venus. Here we go. Good to see you. And I think you're here with us right this minute, Revival of Venus. Am I wrong about that? I'm glad you are here, we're here, will be here, something. Anyway, good to see you. Revival of Venus. Six of Pentacles reversed. This week, you may have found someone who should have been helpful to be terribly unhelpful. And there's something here about energy exchange. It might be about learning to match energy when that's appropriate. Do not give more to others than they're giving to you unless there's an appropriate reason to do so. Lisa McCord, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Here is a card for you. 10 of Pentacles reversed. There's questions. There may be some questions about kids, elders, real estate, and the future. And I'm not saying your future is uncertain. I'm saying you may be reprocessing things, reevaluating things, and thinking about new ways to go forward. And that's appropriate. All right. How are we doing here? I got Lisa McCord. All right, my friends. First of all, thank you so much for your patience with a few tech issues today. I really appreciate you and appreciate your kindness. It is last call for readings, y'all. So if we accidentally skipped you, so sorry. Jackie, yes, I'm making moves. I know you are. I know you are, and I'm excited for it. So I appreciate all of you so much. We should have the tech all worked out tomorrow. This was just an update that came at the very last minute. Happens. Tomorrow, 12:30 Eastern time, we will be back with your Saturday Psychic Sampler. Oh, Christina, I missed you. No, I saw you come in too. I feel terrible. Christina, thank you for being a member for more than 3 years. And when you first came in, you told us what your card was on Monday. I'm pretty sure. I am scrolling back to see if I can find it. And I am so sorry. I clocked you coming in and I remembered it. I remember now that I did. Here it is. Monday's card was the Star. Christina, I so appreciate you. Thank you for your patience. You started with the Star. And you end with the Queen of Coins, so the Queen of Pentacles. I think this week, and maybe generally right now in this season, Christina, you are doing a really fabulous job healing, growing, and creating the life that you want. I hope that you can see that and feel that, because that really is how it's looking to me. All right, who else did we miss? Yes. Okay, I'm just scrolling through to see if there's anyone else that I can see that I missed. If I missed you, let me know. It is last call for readings. I appreciate all of you so much. So tomorrow, 12:30 Eastern time, any question at all, the juicier the better. I am available for readings. There's a link in the description to book. Please do. Would love to talk with you and do a private session. I'm also available for mentorship. If you want to be better with the cards or build a better business or be better because of the cards, I'm here to help you with all of that. Thank you, Claire C., for starting and contributing to the Frothy Beverage Fund. Thank you, Caroline, for contributing to it. We appreciate the members, the moderators, the new followers, and everyone helping out with super chats and super stickers. Big thanks to IT John, getting us through what turned out to be a really interesting broadcast, but the show must go on, and we did. I appreciate. Oh, over on Insta. Okay. Yuvraj, Aurora, would you like a card? I'm just going to give you a card because I see you and you've wanted a card before, so I'm going to give you a card right now. This is to wrap up your week. Queen of Cups. This week you did a good job remembering that your happiness matters and thinking about what's going to make you happy and how to make that happen. All right. My friends, I appreciate you. Take really good care. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Reach out. Get a reading. Take care. See you tomorrow.